All right, Twin Flames, welcome back. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thank you to the old subscribers who stay with us. And without further ado, I have, guys, I have so much to tell you, so much to share with you. Not only on my personal journey, which I always do, so that you can compare your notes and find yourself somewhere in that story, either now or in the future or whenever you get to see this video. But so I have so much to share on that, on my own journey, what's been going on for the past week or so, and also last night and tonight, and also so many important information that you need to hear about, regarding something specific, something very important that I've been kind of addressing before, but now I'm getting clearer and clearer, and a lot of things are downloading to me as well. I have a lot of channelings on my own, that I need to share with you and warn you and tell you what to do and how to act and what to do about this topic. So I don't really know where to start. So let me just kind of go chronologically, like how things developed. And so basically, right now I'm talking, well, tonight, right now, like right now, just minutes ago, I'm kind of talking to you with a little bit heavy heart, because and it's not about retrograde, that because thank God we just got over it. But right now I'm just kind of like, this is something that is between me and God. It's between me and universe. The thing is, because it's between me and God, I cannot be dissatisfied with that. I'm always the one who is okay with the will of God. So I cannot be dissatisfied, but I do have a heavy heart if that's the case, and I hope to God it's not the case. On the other hand, I hope it's something else, and that something else could actually be good and positive. So I don't know at this moment. It's gonna develop. The situation is gonna develop, so I'm gonna know. But what I'm talking about is, I just spoke with my twin flame channeler Asim, who I believe is almost, well, like I said in the previous video, 99% embodied my twin flame 5D energy. And I'll tell you why. Why is my twin flame embodied into him almost completely by now, downloaded into him almost completely, not just channeling like on occasions, is because, well, I'll tell you later, but what's going on in my organic twin. I mentioned that in previous videos. But right now, so the channeler that is almost embodied my organic twin has said tonight, just minutes ago, he said that he's suffering from terrible headache. And if you guys have watched my previous videos, you know that I told you when my twin flame channelers stop channeling, or they're about to stop channeling, they start experiencing headache, which means that the energy of the 5D twin flame, organic twin, divine masculine is pulling out of them, and it must be heavy on their body. I guess that's my theory. Why the headache? Why is that symptom with every single channeler? So I hope to God that's not the case, and if it is, I guess I have to go with the will of God, because I'm kind of, and I'll tell you why it's so hard right now. Why am I detaching from my organic twin? Um, because I'm not detaching from my organic twin. You have to understand that my organic twin 5D is being downloaded to someone else, and I hope it stays in that someone else, in that person, because my organic twin's 3D body and life has gone array and very far from my journey and from my path. So he at this moment, even if he came right now, he wouldn't be able to fulfill the role that twin flame union requires, and the mission that is all about. That's what is this all about. Why are we supposed to reunite? So I hope that this channeler stays as embodiment, and I hope the headache is because of different reasons, and I'll tell you those reasons as well. And that has to do with the topic that I need to specifically share with you, so that you can protect yourself and your twin flames. And it has to do with my organic twin flame especially. Okay, so So I know I'm a little bit off and on about things, but anyway, so that's why I have a heavy heart tonight. But like I said, if it's the will of God that he will stop channeling, then I know God will do another miracle. And who knows, maybe by the miracle of God, maybe my organic twin will come back to his senses, will have his own 5D back into his own 3D body, because his own 5D is not in his body anymore. He's empty vessel. And anyways, next. Okay, next topic. So 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, it was Mercury retrograde. You all experienced that. I had so many tower moments. First of all, with this channeler that I want to keep embodying my twin, my 5D twin flame. Yet 3D life, his life regarding me, and we are still in long distance, is very hard actually. And I've had so many tower moments with him, so you would be surprised that I want to even stay in this connection. But actually, so after tower moment after tower moment and tower moment, and we are struggling with this third party thing going on. I realized I blocked him last week. He was blocked off, and I've been through so much, not only soul searching, but like searching for answers on every corner, on any place in the universe, downloads from the readers. And thank you. You don't even know who you are. Like, I don't know, maybe I should put you in description box, because you don't know. Maybe, well, I'm subscribed to some of you guys, but you don't know how much you've helped. You don't know how much you've helped me through tower moments. I was watching video after video every night to get the answers, because when you're stuck in the tower moment, there's no one you can talk to. I felt angelic presence. I also want to thank angels, archangels, and spiritual guides and ascended masters. Oh my God. That's why I'm telling you, there's so much to tell you. Ascended masters, um, why don't I put them in description box? I'm gonna put everybody down below. Ascended masters that helped me this week, and my guides, and also these specifically good readers that were so on the spot. They were like, oh my God, they were like reading the situation so correctly, and so they helped me through the tower moments. Anyways, after tower moment, I realized that this bond with this channeler in my country is as strong as the twin flame bond. I cannot cut the ties off. I cannot. So I went back. I unblocked him. He didn't go anywhere. He was looking for me. He was messaging me. Yeah. So that's why I say I hope he's not experiencing this headache. And that's him texting me probably now. Do you guys hear that? Yeah. He just sent me something. So I'm just going to pause for a minute. I'll be right back with you. Let me see what he has. Okay, guys, so I'm back. So that was my twin flame channeler, twin flame embodiment, 5D twin flame divine masculine. Asim, he was just texting me that he's on a lunch break, and I asked him about his headache, and he said it was gone. All right, so that's kind of good. I hope so. Back to the topic. So where were we? Yes, okay. So basically, to just summarize, most of the readers, besides so many information they had over the past week, said and mentioned the word leap of faith. So here I am. I'm ready to take this leap of faith, and I'm actually packed, and I'm ready to go to visit my country in just 30 or so days. And actually Asim would know how many days, because it is so interesting that he counts. He knows every day how many days is left before I visit. This is, if you look at the screen, this is my hometown. It's absolutely something from Lord of the Rings. It's beautiful. I cannot describe to you. I'm also very excited to go there, and scared, and there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, but I'm taking that leap of faith. Okay, so I'm ready to go. I don't know if, if I'm I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I cannot tell you what's going to happen in 5 minutes from now. You know, I don't know the future, but I am ready to take the leap of faith. So that's it. And then I'll tell you what's going on with my organic twin. But before that, I just want to say these tower moments also included the other two channelers in the past 2 weeks. When I was struggling with this channeler, the other two came back. The recent two, the one from Valentine Day, and who is Pakistani, just like my organic twin flame, and the other one who has been channeling my twin flame for almost 3 years now, the sacral chakra guy. And they both wanted to reconnect with me, and I felt suddenly I felt so detached from their energy, and I felt detached and in no need to receive any more channeling from them. But because I'm still a human being and I was going through tower moments and they were contacting me, I went back to see to go out. I went out with the Valentine Day guy just to talk, and that was the night when I blocked my embodiment twin flame, and I was feeling very distraught, and he contacted me and he keeps saying he's still kind of channeling a bit, and he's saying that, he's feeling me. How am I doing? What's going on? Is something wrong? And so we went out as friends and we talked. And remember how I told you for the Valentine Day that the kissing was something that was channeled from my divine masculine from 5D. And if you watch the Valentine special video, you will understand that. And it is so amazing that now, I remember I told you I went on a second date with him, and everything was different. Everything was different. That was not at all magical like that. And then this third time, I was just going out with him as a friend, but he seems to be attracted to me because there is that twin flame attraction. When they're channeling, they're also channeling that's how they come to you. They're channeling your twin flame attraction towards you. So he kissed me, and it was terrible. It was something I've never experienced in my life, like, and such a contrast, such a paradox from that same person that gave me that Valentine gift. I mean, as a channeler, was now giving me, I cannot describe to you guys. I kind of didn't want to offend the person, so I kind of pulled off, and in a gentle and nice way, and I told him I'm not really in the mood because of the situation that I'm going through and that we just talked about. He was just being, he was just trying to be gentle and romantic and just kind of be there for me. And the hugs were okay, but the kissing, which is paradox, because like I said, for Valentine's Day, that was the most amazing experience in my life. And now the paradox was I was feeling so sick. I was feeling so nauseous from this person kissing me that I went home. I couldn't wait to get to my car, and gosh, I threw up, like in my, like there I had a box or something in my car, and I started throwing up. I was feeling so sick and so disgusted. And it's amazing how when someone stops channeling your twin, they're a completely different person, and you're not even attracted to them. There's so much detachment. So I didn't want to offend this person any further, but I'm a kind and gentle person in reality, in 3D. And so I kind of told him next day that, I'm gonna from now on stay out of dating scene. And of course he knows me from my religious community, and he knows, like he likes to say, I know you're the good girl, I know you haven't been dating anyone before, and this is also, not something regular in our religion. So, and he's very kind and nice, and he doesn't have any girlfriends, he doesn't date much, and so he's kind of pure himself. But I told him I want to go back to, spiritual aspect of my life. I don't want to. I kind of lied, to be honest with you. Well, I didn't lie, because I feel detached from everyone in 3D right now, but I kind of that, I mean, I didn't tell him the exact, that's what I am doing, but I didn't tell him the exact reason. I mean, I couldn't tell the person. I didn't have a heart to tell them, I felt sick. I cannot see you again because, that kissing is just, it's crazy. It just doesn't feel right. And so I didn't say that. I told him that I want to stay home and not go out anymore. He asked me out again, and I said no. And he was very understanding. And he's still in touch with me, like on social media, and he checks on me. And so I told him, let's just be friends. And that's fine with him, And I'm grateful. And I told him I'm grateful for everything, your support and your emotional support at night. We went out, we talked, it was good. So yeah, but the other one, the sacral chakra guy, I felt suddenly, before I always had that pull from him, and he's very dear to my heart. I call him the angel of love. And I went and he texted me, and I ignored 2 weeks ago. And even during this tower moment, I went out with this person who I met on Valentine's Day, but this sacral chakra guy, I just ignored his messages. I didn't answer my phone. He was calling me. And then this is the best part. You guys have to hear this. Then the telepathy part came back, but telepathy in the form of physical telepathy. This is very amazing. I don't know if any of you are experiencing that. And that's again that twin flame telepathy. It doesn't have to be in the form of thought, like idea or words that your twin flame is sending to you by telepathy, by way of telepathy. But it can be it's basically astral projection, but I see it more as a physical telepathy. So here's what exactly happened. He was, and that this is not first time. In the past, I usually would feel him in the sacral chakra, like tingling and kind of weird feeling, not exactly in the sacral chakra, but to the left. And I mentioned that in my previous videos. And sometimes I would feel him like a tingling on my lips, like someone is kissing me, like invisible person is kissing you. And I knew it was him. I knew it was a sacral chakra guy. And he, as soon as I felt that, it was so crazy. Like the night like last week, the night of Tuesday night, I was cleaning my house. I was doing some chores, and that tingling on the lips was getting on my nerves. It was going on for like 30 or so minutes. I washed my face. I tried everything to stop it. It was just like a vibration on the lips. And my phone was in my room. When I came back, he was texting me and calling me at that exact time when I was feeling that. So because it's coming through the universe and it's this telepathic communication, then I couldn't ignore it anymore. I still feel detached from him. This is new for me. Detachment from this channeler, detachment from that channeler. And so, but because of telepathy part, I said to myself, okay, let's do this one more time. Let's meet one more time and see what he has to say. And what happened was another tower moment. Like I had tower moment, one upon another, like piling up, like 3 towers falling, crashing day after day, like a domino effect. It was so devastating and so hard. But at the same time, I realized how tough I am, how strong I am. Okay, it's amazing. Like I can't believe. And I wouldn't be so strong if it wasn't for angelic presence that was surrounding me, the ascended masters, and of course the readers, the energetic readers and tarot readers that were so much on the spot. So anyways, before I went out with him, he, after the telepathy part, he texted me again and says, can I see you on Thursday? Can I see you on Thursday at 7 p.m.? And I just texted him back, yes. That was it. Just said yes. Then I was talking to my friend, a girlfriend, who is one of my first viewers on this channel and a loyal friend. And I was preparing this weekend, this Saturday tonight. I'm making this video on Saturday. I was preparing to go to an event, to an Islamic event, which celebrates the birth of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I was invited by a friend who is also a friend of my twin flame's mother and of my twin flame and his whole family. So I was looking forward to see perhaps one last time before my trip that I may see that my organic twin flame may actually show up there. So I was talking to my girlfriend over the phone and texting her, and she was texting me back. We first talked and then we texted, and I told her, you will pick, because she's also twin flame, of course. And I said, you will pick the color of my dress, the dress that I was going to wear on this Saturday, right? So we're talking on Wednesday. And she said, pick red, go in the red dress. And I said, okay, whatever you say, I'm going to do that. I'm going to wear a red dress. And I told her that the night when I recognized my twin was my twin flame, back in 2011, March 19th, I was in the red dress. And that moment, I received text message, came through, and it said a red dress. And it was not from her. I thought she was texting me again the word red dress, and it was coming from the sacral chakra guy. For some reason, he texted me the words red dress, and then he said, wear red dress tonight. I mean, not tonight, Thursday night, when we were supposed to meet. And I texted my friend back and I said, I cannot believe this. He just texted the same thing that we were talking about as if he heard our conversation, right? So that was amazing. Then that was not all. She sent me a message and she said, stay in love and peace. And that moment, I wanted to text her back, reply to her and say, okay. And then suddenly I see on my phone the words okay and the smiley face. And I was like, wait a minute. I didn't type yet. I was going to say that to her, reply to her. Again, because we were in a conversation, me and her, texting back and forth. Again, it was popping from the sacral chakra guy. He said, okay, like seriously, like he was in, like hearing our conversation. So he was heavily channeling my twin flame energy, masculine twin messages. And I told her, this is amazing. He's on the roll. He's channeling so hard. So I went to see him on Thursday. And here's another paradox. And here's another tower moment. We did talk. We went on in a diner. We went to a diner, which was very strange for him because, like I told you before, he didn't like to go out in public too much. Our relationship was kind of very secretive and private. And so now we are just like two normal people going out on a normal date, like a regular 3D date, and talking and having fun and eating together. And as friends, we talked about life and normal things. He knows everything about my twin flame. He knows everything about even this other channeler. He knows everything about channeling Bosnia. And you guys may say, wow, you have a lot of channelers. Yes, I do. And in this retrograde, that made it obviously even worse because one after another was falling apart because of the retrograde, but because they're all channeling one and the same masculine energy of my 5D twin flame, obviously the tower moments for just one big tower moment split into three, right? So here's what happened. We were talking, and after all, I just needed someone to hug me. I just needed a hug. And he refused, and he was always very passionate and gentle with me, and he refused to give me a hug when I was leaving, going home. And I just broke into tears, and I said, well, you know, as friends, I just need someone to hug me at this moment. And he said, you know, he actually, he didn't say he didn't want to hug me. He said, I'll hug you in a few minutes later. I said, no, I need a hug right now. It was just something human, that I experienced at that moment. I needed someone just to comfort me and give me like a friendly hug. And um and I, I just I, I just broke down. I broke into tears. It wasn't him doing anything basically, but I was just triggered by that moment, by that coldness, that was again channeling my twin. That's what my twin used to do, be so cold, playing hot and cold. And then at the same time, because first time after all these years, while we were sitting there together, I felt no energy whatsoever coming from him, this same pool energy that we had all this time. I had no feeling. He was no longer sacral chakra guy. He was just a regular guy, cute as a button, but just a regular guy on a regular date. And there was nothing, there was no energy, there was no twin flame energy between us. And that was, maybe that's why I became so emotional. Like, when you feel it's gone, it's gone, it's gone with the wind. You don't feel it anymore. And I guess he was detaching at that moment himself. And I said, well, I guess I just, I don't have, I was telling him, because what's going on with my tower moment with the channeler in my country, I was feeling sad and things were not going well, and I just needed someone to give me a friendly hug, just a human thing. And I said, well, I guess I'm so unlucky with love. What's going on? Why am I so unlucky? And he said, there's no love. And that sounded exactly like my twin flame. He said, there is no love. Don't believe in love. There's no such thing. And I said, you know what? God is love. God created human beings, and he created Adam and Eve as one and split them into two. And I'm sure there is love. You just, saying that. And he was, I felt his energy was like to push me away. For some reason, that moment he was pushing me away. Like when someone helps a wounded animal and they keep them in and they help them heal, and then they let them go, and they have to let them go in a harsh way, like take them to the wilderness. And then, you've seen it in the movies, sometimes it's dramatized, but that's how really has to be done. Like, you release them in the wild, and if they start running back to you, you go away, just leave them, because you know what's best for them. So basically he was releasing me into the wild, because his healing with me and my sacral energy was done. It was done. And that's what I felt 2 weeks ago, that I'm detached from him. And the reason why I think he was channeling so much on the spot the day before, over the phone, texting that thing about the red dress and everything, was, like I said to my friend later, she asked me, what happened on your date? How did it go? And I told her, do you know, like on the concert, when the band or like a performer artist does like the last song, and it's the best one, he picks the best song from his career, from his album, whatever, and there's like that final like excitement, and he picks the crowd up on their feet, and everybody's cheering and applause, and drum rolls, and and fireworks, whatever. The end of the concert is amazingly good. So that was like his final channeling. It was amazing, it was good, it was on the spot. And yeah, and then I texted him next day, I let him go, and I said, this is it, this is goodbye, we will not ever see each other again. You were cold to me last night. So this was me in 3D telling this person that it's over. Just like the other guy, I was more gentle with him because he was more gentle with me. So I let him go. I let this channeler go. So letting go is hard, but it's freeing. So that's what happened with these guys. Now let's go to the most important topic. And I'm sorry it took me so long. It's almost 29 minutes, but I really have to make this video in one piece, because there's other things that are developing. There's some other signs that I received from universe, so I need to make another video. So I'm gonna put as much as possible into this one, so you can watch in parts, or however you can do this. So here's a quick recap on the situation with the guy in my old country that I'm going to visit, that I'm going to go to see and hopefully unite with. Okay? Here's the thing. He, from the moment we met last year in July online, which was faded, and it was something you just can't avoid, just like you can't avoid your twin flame connection. Um, it was instant connection, and ever since basically beginning, it was rapid development. And that's because of channeling, of course. He's been saying he's in love with me, and I cannot but to believe him, because I know what's exactly going on. Everything he channels is the twin flame energy. It's a full-on twin flame energy. It's twin flame words, it's twin flame telepathy, it's twin flame channeling, it's twin flame downloads. He basically knows he's my twin flame. He talks about, even he never heard of that word. He has absolutely no physical knowledge in 3D about twin flame connections. I actually posted some videos on my social media and he watched them. And even though he's heavily religious person who's not really, you know, watching twin flame videos, he agreed with everything he saw in those videos. I was able to find some in my native language, and thank God there's people out there in Europe who are also making twin flame videos in other languages. So I saw some amazing videos about twin souls. They call them twin souls in Europe mostly. And so I posted it and he watched it and he said, that's like us, that's like you and me. So yeah, so I'm kind of slowly introducing him to the concept, but without knowing the concept that we share here in our twin flame community. He knows, he feels the energy, he knows. He channeled me another day. He said, he messaged me and said, I feel, this is so strange, I feel like we made love in the past, like we lived in the past. And he's also a person who doesn't believe in past lives, like in his belief system. That's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't know anything about reincarnation like I do, like I believe in. And like I say, it's in the Quran, but people don't believe me. So he says, I feel like you're my past life partner, like we experienced life together. I feel, I sometimes almost remember us walking together, talking together, being married, making love. So yeah, so these are his exact words. So yeah, so this is the energy. And so I have to believe him when he says I love you, you know. And I already told you that about his marital status. So this is a third party situation, and he said he doesn't love her the way he loves me, and it's not the same. Yet he's stuck in that, and he doesn't seem to be willing to let it go. And in his mind, and he, again, in his belief system, it's okay to have two marital partners, to have what's called the polygamy, you know, in your life. And I cannot agree with that. I will not agree with that, and I'm not resonating with that. But not only because of my belief system, which is supposed to be same as his, because he says, well, if you're Muslim, how can you not accept that? I cannot accept that because of this twin flame union thing. Twin flame union and merge must not have a third party included because of the energy that needs to be harvested from the union, which is then used for manifestation, which is manifestation of things that is going to heal this whole planet, this whole humanity. So it's something I cannot talk to him over the phone. It's something I would have to explain to him in person. Not just explain to him in person, because I could say things with words over the phone just like I could say in the person. Maybe it's going to be even harder in 3D. But once that energy emerges, and once we are in the same presence of each other, you know, he will not need my explanation. He's going to have his own explanation by my presence, you know. But the problem is my human part, me, myself in 3D, cannot handle this so far, and I'm almost there. It's like almost time for my trip. But I'm struggling so much because when he goes back home from his trips, from his business trip, uh, I cannot cope with that. It's just, it's too much of, he calls it jealousy, but I know it's more than that. It's my energy is being pulled out and I'm being drained, and because of our connection, then I feel that he's being thrown away, and I cannot tell him how hard it is. And even though he loves me and he doesn't want to hurt me, and he tries not to hurt me, and this is hurting him, he's not letting go. So I couldn't understand what, it's almost like as if he was, and he's not, but it's almost like if he's behaving like bipolar, right? Doesn't make sense. So this is the thing. Just about a month ago, I was contacted by his mother, who passed on 6 months ago. And I've never met this woman. She lives in another country. He told me she passed on. What I didn't know is what was that when we first connected, me and him, he was talking, one day he was talking back to back with her, with his mother and me, and that was his mother's last day on earth. She passed on that night. And he sent me a screenshot where my chat photo is right next to his mom's, and he used to call his mom by my name. That's not her name, but he nicknamed his mom since he was young the name that is my birth name. All right, he told me that the other day, and he showed me the screenshots. So he feels the connection that I have with his mother is real, because I told him some messages from his mom, because I'm clairvoyant. And to me, it's not like I'm not a clairvoyant like some people are, just like they're talking to dead, I'm not just like that expert for dead people or something. I can channel anyone. It could be a dead or alive person, or from the past or from the future. It's just, it depends, it depends whoever comes to me. So his mother came into my you know into my space, and she wanted to warn him. She, first of all, she sent him some messages that I didn't know if they were right or not. So I told him what she was trying to message to him, and he was very emotional. He started crying. He said, "How did you know that? This is amazing. How do you know that about my mom? How was our connection? How she, like, I told him that he was her favorite out of 7 children, that she, this and that, different things, in that message from her." And so he believes me, but she came to me recently, just like 4 days ago, and she channeled that he's being attacked by black magic, by really bad black magic, by his spouse. That's how she got into his life, through black magic. And when she told me that, I didn't give him that message because I was afraid he was gonna think that I'm making things up or something. And then he came talking about his spouse, and he said that her mother, his spouse's mother, and grandmother are witches. I didn't know, like, I had no idea about that. And that apparently she played a damsel in distress who wanted to leave that house. And I mentioned her in the previous video, how she has no, like, father, lives separately, and she left home when she was 14, blah, blah, blah. And so he kind of finds himself as a savior, like someone who saved her from that bad life. But he doesn't understand that the reality is that she's a witch too, and that she has done black magic on him, and then that's how binded him into this karmic relationship. And that's what his mother gave me the information. She also said that she got sick, that her liver disease was diagnosed by doctors. It was basically misdiagnosed because she had eaten black magic spell that was put on her, so that karmic could get rid of his mom from the household and attach him even more. And his mother told me that he's eating that every single time he's home. He's eating that, and that's why he doesn't let go, but he doesn't have any feelings for this person because it's against his free will. Okay. And why is this important to you? It's important because I'm going to come back to my organic twin flame, and I'm talking about your twin flames. There's so much black magic involved with the karmics. You're not aware, or karmics, or their parents, your twin flames family members, parents, but usually karmics, usually the partners that have binded them by black magic. Believe it or not, you think that your twin flame is running away from you, and we always feel that this runner energy is because, dynamics of twin flames. Yes, there's a part of that too. There's a fear, and there's too much of energetic pull that is kind of pushing them away. That could be in the beginning, but usually it's the black magic involvement that keeps them bound to someone for such a long time, and they just can't let go. And you have to start being aware of this. Okay, so anyways, I finally told him, I said, your mom actually is warning you that you're eating stuff. And he said, it was surprising that he didn't yell at me, or he wasn't angry. He said, I'm going to check myself soon, because we have in our belief system, in our community, in our spiritual community, we have people who do healing with the Quran and reading of the Quran. And he said, I'm going to go. I was there 4 months ago. I was checked and I was fine, but I'll try that next time again. And the paradox here is that if his karmic knows that he's going to go for the checkup, with the healer, with the someone who's going to read from the scripture to see if he's being worked on, if he has any attachments, then they will do either remove the spell for a while or do something that will hide the spell. It's kind of like I told my friend another day, we were talking on the phone, and I told her it's kind of like drug testing. You don't tell your employees you're going to do drug testing, otherwise they're going to stay off the drugs for a week or so, or at least a day or 3 days, whatever, to wear it off, so that they will test negative, right? So if you live with someone in the same household and they know everything, they know your whereabouts, and if he tells that person, I'm going to go for a spiritual checkup and see if I have any black magic done on me, then she's going to know what to do to remove it. Okay. And for my own confirmation, just tonight, which upset me even more, just tonight, the video popped up to YouTube, to my YouTube, and it's not even someone I'm subscribed to. It just popped up. Sometimes the relevance, yes, but I believe that everything happens for a reason. The first video that popped up on my screen, I'm going to put it below in the description, is about how to put menstrual blood in someone's food, and that's disgusting. That's absolutely beyond disgusting to my opinion. Not that I'm saying that menstrual blood is not sacred, and that in some forms of white magic it can be used to attract the person, or keep them in your life, or keep the love together. I've heard of that, and I'm not so much disgusted by that, but to put it in someone's food, and this woman is actually making a tea. They use panties, they use underwear, they use dirty underwear to cook and make tea, and this person drinks a tea or a coffee or some beverage, hot beverage or something. That's just absolutely disgusting, and that video came tonight, and that's exactly what his mother has told me 4 days ago, that he's eating something, he's drinking something in that house that keeps him bind to the person that he doesn't even have emotions for. It's so crazy. That's why I'm saying that the headache may be part of that. And why the headache is coming up now, I think, is because after I watched the video, I'm sorry, after the mother came in, gave me the message, I had an email. I received email from energetic reader. I completely forgot about, like 2 weeks ago, there was like a free energy reading post that I picked on. Like, that was sent to me as an offer for a free reading. And instead of my information, instead of my contact, my name, my date of birth, I gave my twin flame embodiments name, his date of birth to this reader, and he sent me email. So he doesn't know about this. The guy doesn't know about this. I just received that, And this guy is warning me, and I'm going to put it on the screen right now so you can see this. So this energetic healer and reader has practically sent him an email to his name and his date of birth and warning him of exactly the same thing. If you can, I don't know if you can see this, you can zoom in maybe on the screen and see the screenshot of the email that I received for him. And it's obviously black magic involvement, and he's warning him to work on that SAAP. So actually, I'm the one who is doing now everything I can to undo that spell. And there's several ways you can do it. And this person has mentioned Archangel Michael, and a very powerful way is to invoke Archangel Michael or Melech Michael into presence of your person, your twin flame, and help them to remove the spell. And also, I gotta say that I'm gonna make another video that we're gonna go on to this topic, because we twin flames, we are good people. We are good people, and we rely on the universe, and we do like our own hard work on this process, on this journey. But it's time we take action. Sometimes we have to counterattack spells and spell work, black magic spell, and sometimes it cannot be done just by sitting idly and praying for your twin, because that's not how they got stuck into these traps. They got stuck with the magic, and like they say in my old country, you can only kick the nail out with another nail. So I'm not saying that you should do the same, but there are ways to counterattack magic spells, and we're going to talk about that in the next video. Now let's go on to a topic of my organic twin flame. And like I said, I was invited to an event, and I went on tonight, and I did wear a red dress. Well, that's not me in the painting, but anyways, it's just a nice photo I thought would be appropriate. So anyways, I was there, and his mother was there. And talking about black magic, I realized tonight, and that's what I'm talking about here, is someone who's channeling for my twin flame. Their situation is similar, their karmic situation and all that is just there for a reason why this situation with the black magic is going on right now, is to also let me know. I realized everything. I put things together from the day I met my twin and when I met his mother, and how she read his energy. She read she read her own child, that there was something going on in his energy, and there was something going on with him when he would be in my presence, and I know, I have seen her in the mosque when she sat behind me one day several years ago, and she chanted something, and she was using beans. And I know we do in the Islam, we do zikr on the beans sometimes, but the way she was doing it, she has brought several ladies, and she was doing this. And when I asked them, did someone die? Is it a prayer or something? They didn't want to include me in it, but they were sitting right behind me and my mother doing this. And that's the time when my twin flame started being rebellious and doing some other 3D things that are even contrary to our own religious beliefs, and some prohibitions, and let's say, how we say in Islam, he has crossed the boundaries of limitations that God has put, that doing wrong and doing right is not the same thing, if you know what I mean. So when she came tonight at the event, she was very hostile towards me, and on the contrary, everybody else, all the people that I know, people that I socialize with, simply love me, you know, and simply uh, have warm feelings, full feelings for me, and everywhere I go, you know, it's that twin flame energy. Even when you're in separation, just health, just one twin, either masculine or feminine. We create some kind of positive energy in the places where we walk in and with the people that we interact with. They're all pulled towards that energy, you know. So she's the one who is always hostile towards me. She doesn't give me salam. She doesn't talk to me. She's she gives me looks, you know. She's acting weird. And however, again, my twin flame did not come, and like I said, that was his last chance to be in 3D connection, in to show himself, to be there. And what happened is my mother talked to his sister and asked where his father was, because he was also absent from the event. And she said that they're on the business trip. And then I put things together, because last year he opened another store, another vape store in and a bar in California. And I said to my mother, let's just, the area where we were visiting that event is just by their house. And I said, let's just drive by and see what's going on. And we did that just after the event. We drove by his house and all of the cars were gone, which is okay. They could have been on a business trip, that's okay. But there was a sign that their house was for sale. So obviously my twin flame is moving out of this state, most likely, and moving on. And obviously his 3D, like I said, is now in an empty vessel, and his 5D has embodied into someone else. And hopefully I can help this someone else to heal his karmic black magic, get rid of his karmic, get rid of his black magic. And if nothing else, I feel obligated to help this person, because no matter what, they're in the wrong type of relationship. They're in the toxic and severely evil relationship at this time. So my role here is to help that other soul to be freed, and to remove this horrible binding from them, no matter what. So I'm here for him, and we are in contact, alhamdulillah. So I'm gonna keep you posted. I'm gonna keep you informed of the next events and next steps. And I'm gonna conclude the video now, because I don't want to get over an hour. There's so much more. There was other things that were happening, but I just wanted to let you know that the best parts and the most important parts. So stay strong and stay healthy and stay happy and stay in your own truth. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And next time we're gonna get some tips on how to counterattack black magic. I love you guys. Peace be upon you.